Hi everyone, I am P. Srihari. Today we'd like to discuss some concepts in electrical fundamentals in a simpler manner. So let's get started. These are the concepts we have to cover in today's class. What are active elements? What are passive elements? What is meant by power factor? And different parts of these passive elements: resistor, inductor, capacitor. These are the things we have to cover in today's session. Yeah. First one, classification of current waveforms. These are the different current waveforms we can come across in electrical basics here. The first and foremost thing here is the first waveform. It's a direct current. Direct indicates irrespective of the time, the entire magnitude is constant throughout the part here. Those type of waveforms are nothing but DC waveforms. DC stands for direct current, constant magnitude and direction. Second one, alternating current. Alternating in the sense it's an sinusoidal varying quantities. This waveform is sinusoidal waveform and obviously alternating throughout the time. It is varying the things. This type of things is nothing but alternating current waveforms. Magnitude and direction changes with respect to time. Another one, pulsating DC. DC in the sense it's a constant value, but it's a changing in only in one positive axis. This type of waveforms is nothing but pulsating DC. What are the different applications of AC? In daily usage, we can use this entire AC to run the motors, refrigerators, stoves, washing machines, transformers, household purpose. Everything is covered in AC. DC in the sense we used in this electronic gadgets, automobiles, batteries, chargers, different things we can use it this DC. Next one. Yeah. Classification of elements. Mainly circuit elements are categorized into two parameters: active elements and passive elements. Active in the sense capable of generating electrical energy. Which one is deliver or to drive or to energize? Different names will be there. Out and out, the main theme is it can generate electrical energy. The examples are voltage and current sources. Passive in the sense absorbing electrical energy. The examples are resistor, inductor, capacitor. The other name for these passive elements are energy storage elements is also there. It mainly absorbs, dissipates or stores. These type of elements are nothing but passive elements. Next one. Yeah, active elements, main thing we learned earlier. Voltage in the sense it is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from one point to another point. But in this particular session, we'd like to move further. What is meant by ideal voltage source? Try to observe this graph here. The entire x-axis is current, y-axis is voltage. Irrespective of the direction of current and magnitude, the entire voltage is fixed throughout the part. This type of voltage is nothing but ideal voltage source, or else another name, independent voltage source. In practical sense, it's a drooping characteristics. With the help of we are having some losses, that's why it's a drooping characteristics. And the symbol here is plus and minus. We can observe these polarities, plus minus like this. Ordinary battery or cell structure. Next one, current source. Same criteria, but in y-axis we can go for the part of current, and in the x-axis we are having some voltage. Irrespective of the direction of voltage, and we can have the entire current is same throughout the part. This type of thing is nothing but ideal current source or else independent current source. Practical in the sense it's a doping characteristics, and the current is indicated with the arrow mark. This type of sources is nothing but current sources. We are having some other category also there. We'd like to learn in the further sessions. What's that another category is nothing but dependent sources. This one is nothing but independent sources. Next. Yeah, the next one here is J operator. J1 is a powerful operator in electrical engineering part to understand some sinusoidal waveforms. Another one, any quantity which is multiplied with J, the magnitude remains same, but time shifts by 5 milliseconds, and also phase angle also shifts by 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Don't forget this plays a crucial role in electrical point of view J. It has some phase shift of how much? 90 degrees. Yeah, another new one, reactance. Reactance is similar to the part of resistance, but we know that resistance is opposition to the flow of current. but in that one is similar, that one is for DC quantities, whereas this one is for the part of AC quantities, mainly inductance and capacitance. We learn this one further. Next, observe these two parts here, impedance triangle and power triangle. Impedance in the sense, we know resistance which opposes the flow of current, and we also know X is nothing but reactance right now. It's, but in between the things it is perpendicular. Perpendicular in the sense we know Z. The effective value of these two parameters is nothing but Z. Z is equal to R plus Jx. Z equal to root square root of R square plus X square. X is nothing but reactance, Z is nothing but impedance. The entire units for this, all these components are ohms only there. And power factor in the sense, it's in a cosine angle. In electrical point of view, power factor plays a crucial role. Yeah, we can easily observe in the further slide. Just observe this one, cos phi. Adjacent value is R and hypotenuse value is Z. This one is nothing but R by Z. But from this particular impedance triangle, I would like to produce one more triangle. That triangle is nothing but power triangle. Just multiply with the help of I square. When we can multiply only I, it is nothing but voltage. I into R is nothing but voltage. I would like to multiply one more I, that it is I square R is nothing but we can produce active power. New quantity P stands for active power. When I would like to multiply I square X, that we can produce Q. That one is nothing but with the help of reactance now, we can have some reactive power. The combination of these two things, the effective value here is total power, and that one is nothing but S is equal to P plus JQ. And from this particular triangle, observe one more thing here. This one plays a crucial role in the entire electrical subject wise. Adjacent, that it is cos phi is nothing but adjacent is P. P stands for active power to the total power hypotenuse, P by S. And the units are, S is nothing but total na, volt amperes, P is nothing but kilowatts, and Q is nothing but kilovolt ampere reactives. This one plays a crucial role. Try to remember all these things. Next one, power factor. We all know it's a cosine of angle between voltage and current waveforms. It's a cosine angle. Cosine angle is nothing but power factor. And we know to another one, active power in the sense it is indicated with the letter capital P. And from that particular triangle, formula is VI cos phi. What this active power is nothing but it's an useful power or else true power. So many names will be there, but which is actually consumed or utilized in an AC circuit is nothing but true power or active power, and the units are kilowatts. Reactive power in the sense in between source and load, it's moving from source to load or load to source. This type of power is nothing but reactive power, and the units are kilovolt ampere reactive. Kilovolt ampere reactive. And from that particular powers, we are having some power factor formula. It's a cosine angle na. Previous slide we can observe P by S. P by S we can easily observe from this diagram. Let it be we are having some so much of water in a tank. From that particular tank we are having some socket. From that we can draw some water maybe like this. This one is maybe active power. This one is total power. How much amount of active water we can observe here is depends upon the thickness. This entire thickness is larger means less thickness, more thickness. If we are having some less thickness means can draw less power in a specified time. If the entire thickness is more means can draw good power in the same time. That's the main intention here. And this particular definition is nothing but how efficiently we can use active power from the total power is nothing but power factor. In general case, power factor is nothing but 0.8 in the sense it's an 80% of effective utilization of household purposes. Let it be in a household purpose 0.8 in the sense it's 80% utilization out of 100. That one is nothing but power factor. Yeah. Next one, passive elements. We move on to the part of passive elements here. These are the three parameters. All these three are energy storage elements. Observe these diagrams. Resistor symbol, it is indicated with the letter R, and units are ohms, ohms, which dissipates energy in the form of heat. Another one, coil. It's a winded like this. This one is nothing but it is indicated with the letter capital L, and we can store energy in magnetic field M. It stands like a magnetic field, and units for the part of this inductance are Henry. Another one, two parallel plates. separated by an insulating medium, and it which stores energy in electric field or electrostatic field, and the units are farad. It is indicated with the letter C. We'll discuss in deep in the next slides. Yeah, let's observe this resistor behavior. I'd like to apply some voltage across this resistor. There we can flow some current flowing across, flowing through the part of this resistor, and that try to recollect Ohm's law. Voltage across an element is directly proportional to current flowing through that element. Try to remove this proportionality constant. We can come across resistance R. I would like to produce sinusoidal waveform, sinusoidal equations. We learned in +2, V equal to Vm sin omega t. What's that? Vm is nothing but maximum voltage or magnitude. Omega is nothing but angular frequency. And I would like to segregate this one, I equal to V by R. V is nothing but Vm sin omega t by R. Vm by R is nothing but Im. And same, when I would like to apply some sinusoidal voltage, we can arrive same sinusoidal current also there. There is no phase angle difference. Is there any angle difference? No. That it is nothing but voltage is in phase with the part of current. Is there any angle? No. That it is phi equal to 0. I hope you remember power factor. Can you recollect that one? It's an a cosine angle of phi. Is there any angle in between voltage and current in this particular waveform? No. And the phi becomes 0. And what's that cos 0 value is nothing but 1. And what's that name in technical point of view is nothing but unity. Unity power factor arised in resistor. This is one type of load, resistive load. Another one, yeah, general purpose. For the sake of general, I'd like to discuss some other points here. Resistance is nothing but it's a property which opposes the flow of electrons through the material. We can use regularly in a laboratory purpose rheostats. By rheostats, in the sense we can vary that resistance. Potentiometer also is same. By varying that resistance, we can adjust in the laboratory purpose also there. Thermistors, LDR stands for light dependent resistor, different categories. We can use it in any applications like that. These are the figure. We can observe this resistance maybe like this in laboratory resistor, and we can have some color coding also there. It depends upon this color coding, we can have some resistance value. Yeah, try to remember the general resistance for an average resistance value for a human being here is it's approximately 1 kilo ohm. Depends upon the climatic changes, it may vary. Another one, inductor. Inductor is a coil like this. Yeah, what's the main inductor is nothing but the electrical element which stores energy when the current flows across that coil. And the inductance in the sense, it's a property. It's a property. Which type of property it is? Electromagnetic property of matter. And in which places we can use it? This entire inductor, coils, all these things is nothing but in transformers, and for the sake of tuning purpose. Olden days we can use it in radios, and also we can use it in choke coils, in tubelets, in order to have some rectify that high currents. We can use in choke coils, and also we can use it in filtering action also there. Try to observe, when I would like to pass some voltage across these two elements, we can have some current flowing across this coil. Current flowing across this coil is nothing but we can produce some magnetic flux. That's why it stores energy in magnetic field right now. And we can have, according to Ohm's law only there, the voltage across an element is directly proportional to rate of change of current. Try to remember that thing. Remove that proportionality constant, we can arise L. What's that L is nothing but it's an inductance. It's a property. And from this particular equation, we can arise some other thing, current. I is nothing but try to bring this L to this side, 1 by L, try to integrate both the sides. We can arise current equation also there. That it is I is equal to 1 upon L integral V dt. These are the voltage and current equations for inductor coil. Next one, capacitor. Capacitor is nothing but it's an parallel plates, two parallel plates separated by an insulating medium. When it's separated by an insulated medium, when I would like to apply some potential here, the entire charges accumulated across these two parallel plates. One thing is nothing but positive charges, another one is negative charges. Try to remember charges. Charges is indicated with the letter Q. The charges accumulated across these parallel plates is directly proportional to voltage. When I would like to apply some potential only, we can come across charges. That it is, to remove that entire proportionality constant, we can insert capital C, that it is constant. From that particular equation, Q is equal to CV. Can you remember current equation? I equal to dQ by dt. Just substitute in this particular equation. C is a constant, bring to this side dV by dt. Same thing previously, we can arise the voltage equation in the sense, bring the C to this side, 1 upon C integral IDT. This one is a voltage equation. This one is a current equation. And what are the different applications of capacitor is nothing but we can use in daily motors, fans, radios tuning purpose, noise filtering, and we can reduce the tensor fluctuations, amplification purpose, power factor improvement. All these are the different applications of capacitor. And the property here is capacitance, which stores energy in electrostatic field. In the first slide itself, I remember that one. Next, these are the final conclusions. Remember these things. Voltage current relationships of R, L and C. Resistor, inductor, capacitor. In a pure resistor, voltage and current are in phase. Is there any angle? No. Phi becomes 0. Try to remember this civil formula. Civil. CIV, one position. Last related VIL, another one. CIV stands for, in a pure capacitor, current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degrees. Same thing in the VIL, L stands for inductor. In a pure inductor, voltage leads current by an angle of 90 degrees. We'd like to have some mathematical equations also there. In the further sessions, I would like to conclude that mathematical equations also here. I thank you each and everyone for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thank you very much.